With this second part, we will complete acidic strength of organic compounds. So first, acidic strength of dicarboxylic acids. A dicarboxylic acid is a one which has two carboxyl groups. That means two acidic hydrogens will be there, and each acidic hydrogen on release will establish one equilibrium. So for the release of first H plus ion, this is the equilibrium condition. For the release of second H plus ion, this is the equilibrium condition. So if I assume this as the acidic group, then the other group will be acting as a negative inductive group. Negative inductive group. This is the negative inductive group minus IE group. And we know negative inductive groups, or in fact electron withdrawing groups, will increase the acidic strength. So what will happen? So this will withdraw the electron density towards itself, that the release of H plus ion from this C over H group will be faster. That means the equilibrium will move more towards the product side. And the acid dissociation constant measured for such an release of first H plus ion is Ka1. Then after release of first H plus ion, now it is the second H plus ion release. So during the second H plus ion release, as this is the acidic group, so this will be the normal electronic group, but the COO minus anions are positive inductive groups, we know. And positive inductive groups will donate the electron density. We know that electron releasing groups will decrease the acidic strength. So therefore, this positive inductive group, by donating its electron density, it will decrease the acidic strength of second COOH group. That means this COOH acidic strength will be increased due to the presence of electron releasing group, and this COOH acidic strength will decrease due to the presence of a positive inductive group, that is electron releasing group. Therefore, release of first H plus ion is faster, Ka1 is more, and the release of second H plus ion is lower, Ka2 is lesser. That is what we have written here. Ka1 is greater than Ka2. And another very important point you have to observe here is in case of polybasic acids, first equilibrium constant, first acid dissociation constant is higher than second, than third, than and so on. That means for the release of first H plus ion, the dissociation will happen maximum. That means it tends to the product side maximum, whereas a second dissociation will not happen that much, and third dissociation will be very less. Okay, so the point we have to understand is in comparing the acidic strengths of polybasic acids, only Ka1 values have to be considered. By comparing the Ka1 values itself, you can give the overall acidic strengths of polybasic acids, because it is the first H plus ion release which will happen maximum, whose dissociation will happen maximum, and after that the acidic strength of remaining groups will go on decrease drastically. Therefore, there is no use of considering Ka2, Ka3 values. Understood the point? Then a series of dicarboxylic acids, and here if you observe, if I take this as the acidic group, this is the acidic group. In all of them, upper group I am taking the acidic group. Any one we can take. Just for explanation I am taking upper group as the acidic group. Then what about the down group? Is the negative inductive group, and this one minus IE group, and this minus IE group, if you observe, from oxalic acid to malonic acid, the minus IE group became far from the acidic group, because here it is directly attached, whereas here it is attached to carbon and then it is attached to acidic group. So as you are moving from left to right, what is happening? The distance between the acidic group and negative inductive group is go on increasing. Here it is one carbon is there between, and here 2 carbons are there, here 3 carbons are there, here 4 carbons are there, and here 5 carbons are there. As the number of carbon atoms increases, the distance between the acidic group and negative inductive effect group will increase. And as the distance between the acidic group and negative inductive effect group increases, the negative inductive effect group's impact on the acidic group will decrease, because inductive effect is a distance dependent factor. Therefore, as the negative inductive effect impact decreases, acidic strength also starts decreasing. So the acidic strength order here will be oxalic acid more acidic than malonic acid, more acidic than succinic acid, more acidic than glutaric acid, than adipic acid, than pimelic acid. Next, this is also one very good example, very beautiful concept, the acidic strength comparison between malic acid and fumaric acid. We know in stereoisomerism, I have explained you, malic acid and fumaric acid are stereoisomers. Particularly, they are geometrical isomers. Malic acid is the one which has two COOH groups on the same side. Therefore, it is a cis isomer. And in fumaric acid, the two COOH groups are on opposite side. So, it is a trans isomer. So, both of them are having two COOH groups. Therefore, they are dibasic acids. And now, let's see how their acidic character depends. Now, malic acid, any one of the COOH group, we can release the H plus ion. First H plus ion release, let us take this COOH. From this COOH, if H plus ion is released, then what it becomes? It becomes COO minus. So, this is a COO minus. And release of first H plus ion, the dissociation constant, I am calling it as a Ka1M. Ka1M. And after release of first H plus ion, whatever the COO minus is there, this will form a hydrogen bonding with a H plus ion of a second COOH group. That means there will be an intramolecular hydrogen bonding happening. A ring formation is happening. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. And by intramolecular hydrogen bonding or ring formation or chelation, the stability of the molecule will increase. The stability of the conjugate base increases. We know the point. Acidic strength of a compound is directly proportional to stability of its conjugate base. So as here stability of conjugate base has increased due to the formation of a ring, malic acid release of first H plus ion is faster. Okay. Then coming to fumaric acid. In fumaric acid, let us consider the similar COOH group as the first H plus ion releasing group. So after release of first H plus ion, the COO minus formed. Now this cannot form the hydrogen bonding with this COOH hydrogen, because the distance is very far here. And a hydrogen bond is a weaker bond that it cannot be operated between two far groups. Therefore, there is no extra stabilization. And also understand that there is no destabilization. Also, there is no extra stabilization. Okay, but here there is extra stabilization due to cyclization. Okay, so that is the case here. That means as there is no extra stabilization here, but extra stabilization is there in case of malic acid, release of first H plus ion is faster in malic acid than in fumaric acid. Therefore, I will consider here, I can write here Ka1 of malic acid is greater than Ka1 of fumaric acid. The next point is release of second H plus ion, that is this H plus ion. Okay, so from the malic acid, release of second H plus ion will be comparatively difficult than the release of H plus ion from fumaric acid. The reason, to release the H plus ion from malic acid, it has to break two bonds here, one hydrogen bond, another one normal covalent bond. Therefore, more energy will be required to break two bonds here. Therefore, the H plus ion release in the second step is slower. Whereas in case of fumaric acid, the hydrogen is not involved in any hydrogen bonding. Therefore, it needs to break only one bond. Therefore, release of H plus ion is comparatively easier, faster. Therefore, you can say that comparison between Ka2 values, fumaric acid Ka2 is better than malic acid Ka2. But if you observe here, malic acid Ka1 is higher, whereas fumaric acid Ka2 is higher. So how do you compare when they are in crisscross? Is Already I have told you one point very clearly, that is in case of polybasic acids, the overall acidic strengths of the compounds are decided based upon their Ka1 values only. Based upon their Ka1 values only. So on this point, we can easily say that malic acid is stronger than fumaric acid. Got it? Next type of compounds are aromatic carboxylic acids. You see, the way we are coming in part 1, we have started with acidic strength of, after introduction, we have started with acidic strength of aliphatic carboxylic acids. Then in part 2, initial, I have explained you acidic strength of dicarboxylic acids and different situations. And this is a third type of carboxylic acid, that is aromatic carboxylic acids. Before going into the acidic strength of aromatic carboxylic acids, we have to compare, we have to understand first what is ortho effect. What is ortho effect? Okay, ortho effect also can be called here as SIR effect, steric inhibition of resonance. And in GOC, I have clearly explained and given the detailed notes also what is this SIR effect, steric inhibition of resonance. Steric factor, steric hindrance, steric repulsions will hinder the resonance to happen. That means steric hindrance will stop resonance to occur. Will stop resonance, will block resonance. So how it is, let us see in this case also. I have taken a benzoic acid and ortho substituted benzoic acid. Some group is here, I don't know what group it is. It may be an electron releasing group or a withdrawing group, we don't know, but some group is present at ortho position. So in benzoic acid, after the release of H plus ion, the conjugate base formed. Understand? And remember one point, again I am recollecting the point, acidic strength of compounds are directly proportional to the stability of their conjugate bases. This is the conjugate base of this acid and this is the conjugate base of this acid. So you are comparing the stabilities of these conjugate bases so that you can compare their respective acids' acidic strengths. So now here in this benzoate ion, the C double bond O is in conjugation with O minus. Like O minus can donate its negative charge electron density that the pi bond can shift onto oxygen. And at the same time, the C double bond O is also in conjugation with benzene pi bonds. So the benzene pi bond can be shifted here, that the pi bond can shift onto oxygen. That means the C double bond O is in conjugation with both O minus and also benzene pi bonds. So net delocalization of this negative charge is not 100%. Net delocalization of this negative charge is not 100%. Maybe higher, but not 100%. Maybe 70-80%. But remaining 30-20% will be from benzene ring. Yes or no? So this delocalization from benzene ring will make formation of non-equivalent resonance structures. Non-equivalent resonance structures. Whereas coming to the conjugate base of ortho substituted benzoic acid, due to the steric crowding between carboxylate and ortho substituent, the carboxylate group, the trigonal planar carboxylate group will rotate out of the benzene plane, will rotate out of the benzene plane. Here, this trigonal plane is in the same plane as benzene plane. Therefore, this pi bond and this negative charge p orbital are all in the same plane. Therefore, delocalization is possible. Whereas here, this COO minus will move perpendicular to the benzene plane. Will move perpendicular to the benzene plane. When it moves perpendicular to the benzene plane, no more the C double bond O pi bond will be in conjugation with the benzene pi bond. That means the benzene pi bond is perpendicular to C double bond O pi bond, that this delocalization is no more possible. Understood the point? Now SIR effect. So because of this COO minus rotating out of the benzene plane, there is a restriction in conjugation between COO minus and benzene. And this leads to complete delocalization of a negative charge of oxygen. As there is no other source from benzene, this C double bond O will be in 100% delocalization with this O minus only. So with that, what will happen? This will lead to formation of equivalent resonance structures. Like this shifts here, the pi bond shifts here. So this is what the equivalent resonance structure. Yes or no? So the same concept I have written in sentences here. In anion B, due to ortho effect or van der Waals repulsions with ortho substituent, the COO minus group will move out of the benzene plane so that C double bond O loses its conjugation with a benzene ring and only will be in conjugation with O minus, and this results in equivalent resonance structures formation. Hence, anion B is better stable than anion A. So I can say here confidently that anion B is better stable than anion A. And in anion A, the benzene pi bonds are also in conjugation with C double bond O of COO minus. Therefore, non-equivalent resonance structures are formed. This explanation already I have given. Therefore, last point. Therefore, and so what is the conclusion here? Tell me. As this is more stable, its respective acid should be more acidic. That means the acidic strength of ortho substituted benzoic acid is more than unsubstituted benzoic acid. What is the nature of this group? Tell me. We don't know what group it is. There is no condition here. This can be an electron releasing or electron withdrawing group. Irrespective of the nature of the group, irrespective of the nature of the ortho substituent, whether it is EWG or ERG. EWG means electron withdrawing group, like a negative inductive effect, negative mesomeric effect, and ERG is a electron releasing group, like a positive mesomeric effect, positive inductive effect, hyperconjugation, etc. Ortho substituted benzoic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid and also meta and para substituents. Meta and para substituents. Meta and para substituents. Okay. Now let us apply these concepts and get the answers for some of the questions. Now see here. This is ortho substituted, ortho substituted, ortho substituted, ortho substituted. And clearly we have written here, irrespective of the nature of ortho substituent, ortho substituted benzoic acid is more acidic than benzoic acid. Therefore, all these four are more acidic than unsubstituted benzoic acid. So I will write benzoic acid, the fifth compound, at the last. Okay. Now, which is more acidic among first, second, third, and fourth? See, all these four have a ortho substituent. So ortho effect or SIR effect is present in all of them. Then how to compare? If ortho effect is present in all of them, then you have to go to the next step, next factor, that is electronic effects. So what type of electronic effects these groups will show has to be observed. NO2 is a strong negative inductive effect and a negative mesomeric effect group, minus Me minus IE group, and Cl is a strong negative inductive effect. And in fact, for halogens, negative inductive effect is higher than their positive mesomeric effect. And methyl is a hyperconjugation and positive inductive effect group. And OCH3 is a positive inductive effect greater than, positive mesomeric effect greater than negative inductive effect group. So if you consider here, overall, this is EWG. This is also EWG. This is ERG. This is as as positive mesomeric effect is greater than negative inductive effect. We have to decide the overall nature of the group based upon the stronger effect. So this is also ERG group. So what will happen here? Presence of electron withdrawing group is better than the presence of electron releasing group. Therefore, first and second are better than third and fourth. Between first and second, NO2 is a stronger withdrawing group than Cl. Therefore, first is more acidic than second. Then between third and fourth. In third and fourth, it is a hyperconjugation electron releasing nature. Positive inductive effect also electron releasing nature. Whereas in this compound, at least a negative inductive effect is there to some extent. Negative inductive effect is there to some extent. Therefore, fourth compound will be better than third compound. Okay. Then coming to next example. The same groups now present at meta positions. When they are at meta positions, there will be no mesomeric effect. There is no ortho effect. Only inductive effect has to be observed. This is a negative inductive effect group. Negative inductive effect. This is also negative inductive effect. This is a positive inductive effect. This is also negative inductive effect. So, having a negative inductive effect group is better. Then, not having positive inductive effect group is better. And least comes the acid with a positive inductive effect group. Therefore, least acidic will be third compound. Then, fifth compound, last second acidic strength. Then coming to NO2, Cl and OCH3. Just based upon their strengths, we have to arrange their acidic strengths. NO2 is the strongest, then Cl and then OCH3 in its negative inductive effect. So this is the order. Then coming to same groups now at para position. When the groups are at a para position, mesomeric effect and inductive effect both are possible. So now if you take here, it is a negative mesomeric effect and also negative inductive effect. And here negative inductive effect stronger than positive mesomeric effect. This also already I told you. And this is a hyperconjugation positive inductive effect, but positive inductive effect here is negligible as it is at para position, very far from COOH group. And here it is a positive mesomeric effect greater than negative inductive effect. So overall also I have told you this is EWG, this is also EWG, this is ERG, this is also ERG. Now, presence of strongest electron withdrawing group will make the acidic strength highest. Therefore, one is stronger than Cl because this is also electron withdrawing group, stronger than fifth compound, unsubstituted benzoic acid. See, this is electron releasing group, this is also electron releasing group. Already I have told you, presence of first strongest is the one with electron withdrawing group. Then without any electron withdrawing or electron releasing group. And then last will be with electron releasing group. So fifth is better than between third and fourth. Third is electron releasing group but will release lesser because it is by hyperconjugation. The electron releasing nature of methyl group is by hyperconjugation, whereas OCH3 electron releasing nature is by positive mesomeric effect. In comparison to hyperconjugation positive mesomeric effect, electron donation is maximum by positive mesomeric effect. Therefore, more electron density is donated here. The more the electron density is donated, the lesser is the acidic strength. Therefore, third is better than fourth. Understood? Then coming to fourth example, in which purely negative inductive effect groups are present like NR3 plus, SR2 plus, CX3, etc. So CCl3 I have taken here, CCl3 at ortho position, CCl3 at meta position, CCl3 at para position. Wherever they are, first of all, CCl3 will increase the acidic strength because it is an electron withdrawing group. And first compound is having ortho effect, therefore 1 is highest, fourth is least because fourth is not having electron withdrawing group. Then as the distance between the negative inductive effect group and acidic group increases, what happens? Acidic strength decreases. So 2 better than 3. It is just based upon the distance between the negative inductive effect group and acidic group. Then coming to halogens. These are also having negative inductive effect stronger than positive mesomeric effect. Very important point this one. Halogens exception is that their negative inductive effect is very strong in comparison to positive mesomeric effect. Therefore, similar concept like how in the fourth example you have considered alone negative inductive effect, here also you can consider alone negative inductive effect because it is stronger than positive mesomeric effect. Therefore, the similar type of order will be expected for fifth example also. 1 due to ortho effect, then meta distance has increased, para distance much more increased, and fourth least acidic because there is no electron withdrawing group. Then coming to sixth example, in this positive mesomeric effect of the group is higher, stronger than negative inductive effect, like OCH3, that is alkoxy group, OR group, then hydroxy, OH, then amine, NH2, NHR, NR2, etc. Different examples we can take. And coming to this example here, one point you have to take care is whenever OCH3 is there, the concept to explain the acidic strength order becomes very complex. Therefore, most of the times this question will not be asked in the exams, and I have directly given the acidic strength order. You see, you can remember this one as a fact, like you can remember this one. It is unnecessarily not to get confused. I am giving the direct order. Then coming to OH group, already we have taken these groups. Positive mesomeric effect is higher than negative inductive effect. If positive mesomeric effect is higher than negative inductive effect, then we have to go first with respect to positive mesomeric effect only. And first compound itself is ortho substituted, so that is most acidic. So first is most acidic. And then let us compare between a second, third and fourth. In second, OH is at a meta position that it is a negative inductive effect group. No mesomeric effect at meta position. And OH being at a para position, there will be positive mesomeric effect and negligible negative inductive effect because of more distance. So second compound is better than third and fourth compound because it is having negative inductive effect group. Then coming to comparison between third and fourth. Fourth is better than third one because in third one there is a positive inductive effect, positive mesomeric effect group, which will decrease the acidic strength a lot. Therefore, benzoic acid is better. So 4 better than 3. Then coming to seventh example, when G has positive inductive effect and hyperconjugation, that means alkyl groups are present. So when alkyl groups are there, we know alkyl groups are electron releasing groups. Definitely they will decrease the acidic strength. But ortho substituted benzoic acid will be acidic in nature. That already we know. So 1 is higher than 4 because why 4 is better than second and third. In second and third it is electron releasing group, whereas fourth do not have electron releasing group, therefore better. And methyl group being at a meta position is better than being at para position, because if methyl is present at meta position, it gives only positive inductive effect. Therefore, decrease in acidic strength is lesser. Whereas if it is present at a para position, it will give hyperconjugation and also positive inductive effect. So hyperconjugation is a much more acidic strength decreasing factor. Therefore, being at meta is better than at para position. Got it? Then coming to 8th example, in this there is no ortho substituent. Methyl is there, ethyl is there, N-propyl, isopropyl, tertiary butyl. So what is happening here? As you are moving from left to right, the size of the ortho substituent is increasing. As the size of ortho substituent increases, do you remember one point I told? The COO minus, under ortho effect I have explained you, the COO minus will move out of the benzene plane due to steric repulsion between COO minus and ortho substituent. Na? And if such ortho substituent size go on increases, repulsion also will increase. As the repulsion becomes more and more higher, the COO minus will move more and more away from the benzene plane. As COO minus moves more and more away from the benzene plane, there will be more and more clarity in the formation of equivalent resonance structures. Therefore, as the size of the ortho substituent increases, the formation of equivalent resonance structures becomes more possible. That stability of conjugate base is much higher, that acidic strength also increases. Therefore, the acidic strength order is like this. Then coming to 9th example, first compound has no ortho effect. So second compound 1 ortho effect, third compound 2 ortho effect, fourth compound 2 ortho effects with bulky groups. Then coming to 10th one, in 10th one, ortho effect is there in this one. Here also ortho effect is there. So in these two examples, ortho effect is two ortho effects are there, left side and right side ortho effects are there. And in these two examples, ortho effect is there, but only one group ortho effect is there. Therefore, these two compounds are more acidic than these two compounds, which are more acidic than this one. So first one is the least acidic compound. So I will take first one is the least acidic, one least acidic, and then you see fourth compound is the highest acidic in nature because it has two NO2 groups, and also third NO2 group is also present, that too at a para position. So if electron withdrawing group is present at suitable position, that is at ortho and para position, then it can show its a negative mesomeric effect, that acidic strength can be increased much more higher. So maximum number of groups, as the number of electron withdrawing groups or negative mesomeric effect groups increases, acidic strength also increases. Therefore, fourth compound is most acidic. Then fifth compound, because two ortho effects, and then between second and third compound, third compound is having two NO2 groups. So one NO2 is extra present, that too at a para position. Negative mesomeric effect will increase acidic strength to a larger extent. Therefore, third is better than second one. This order. Then coming to 11th one. In 11th one, do you know what is this compound? This is orthohydroxybenzoic acid and commonly called as salicylic acid. Very, very, very important compound. Salicylic acid is the starting compound for the preparation of very important compounds like aspirin, methyl salicylate, and phenyl salicylate, salol. And in this salicylic acid, there is a intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So the intramolecular hydrogen bonding will decrease the acidic strength of salicylic acid, but the decrease is not that much that it will not be less acidic than a para isomer. Slight decrease in, by ortho effect, there is increase in acidic strength, but by intramolecular hydrogen bonding, a slight decrease is there. So overall, there is a still high acidic strength only for ortho substituted benzoic acid because of ortho effect. Understood the point? So therefore, first compound is more acidic than second compound. Then coming to 12th example. In this 12th example, we are having ortho effect, two ortho effects in the second compound, one only ortho effect in the first compound, and ortho effect is there in the third compound also. Ortho effect is there in the third compound also. So as the two ortho effects are there, 2 is more acidic than this one, because in this one, first compound, because in this one, after the release of a H plus ion, there will be intramolecular hydrogen bonding stabilization here. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding stabilization here. That is, I will show it here, you see, in a small structure. There will be intramolecular hydrogen bonding here. So this will stabilize the conjugate base. So therefore, this should be more acidic than third compound. In third compound, after the release of H plus ion, in this also ortho effect is there. But after the release of H plus ion, there is no stabilization like here. Therefore, that comes last. Then 13th example. In this, first compound has 2 ortho effects. Second compound has 1 ortho effect. Third and fourth do not have any ortho effect. Therefore, definitely first and second are better than third and fourth. Between first and second, first is better than second. And then between third and fourth, you have to compare. In third and fourth, in third one, this is a negative inductive effect group, whereas here it is a positive mesomeric effect group. Whereas here it is a negative inductive effect group, and here also it is a negative inductive effect group. So in the fourth compound, both the OH groups are negative inductive effect groups only, whereas in third compound, one of the OH is a positive mesomeric effect group, which will decrease the acidic strength a lot. Therefore, fourth is better than third. Then coming to 14th example, in this third compound has 2 ortho effects, and first, second and fourth compound do not have any ortho effect. But if you observe here, a very interesting point is if you want to consider ortho effect, that should be between similar type of compounds. That is, all should be carboxylic acids, so that you can benzoic acids, all should be benzoic acids, so that between them you can compare their acidic strengths. This is benzoic acid, carboxylic acid. This is also a carboxylic acid. This is also a carboxylic acid, but this is not a carboxylic acid. This is basically sulfonic acid, because this is more effective group than COOH. SO3H more effective group than COOH. Therefore, this compound is a sulfonic acid, then carboxylic acid. Remaining 3 are carboxylic acids. Understood the point? Para carboxy benzene sulfonic acid. 4 carboxy benzene sulfonic acid. Therefore, as this is sulfonic acid, and we have studied in part 1 that sulfonic acid is a much stronger acid than carboxylic acid. So fourth compound is more acidic than rest of the 3 compounds. So fourth one is more acidic. And then now between the carboxylic acids, you can do the comparison. COOH with 2 ortho effects is more acidic than COOH with and another interesting point you see between these two. Between these two, here NO2 is at a para position, and NO2 can withdraw the electron density from benzene ring. That means like this. So it can show its a negative mesomeric effect. Whereas coming to here, listen carefully, whereas coming to here, NO2 group, because of ortho substituents, there will be an SIR effect on NO2 group. SIR effect on NO2 group that it moves out of the benzene plane. When it moves out of the benzene plane, the delocalization of this pi bond with a nitrogen NO pi bond will not happen. That is what SIR effect. So because of the SIR effect, negative mesomeric effect is not possible here. Only negative inductive effect. Understood? So negative mesomeric effect is better than negative inductive effect. Therefore, first compound is more acidic than second compound. Got it? Then coming to 15th example, see, these are some of the miscellaneous examples that we cannot directly compare them. We cannot give the explanation like in the previous examples. So for to help you, I have given the pKa values. We know that acidic strength is directly proportional to Ka and inversely proportional to pKa values. So therefore, higher the pKa value, lesser is the acidic strength. As pKa increases, acidic strength decreases. So pKa values itself can denote here this compound. First compound has ethane nitrile has highest pKa, therefore least acidic. Then this has a 19.2 medium pKa and this has a lowest pKa. Therefore, nitromethane is strongest acid. This is the order. Then this is also one interesting example. You see, both of their pKa values are 0. If the pKa values are 0, it means that both of their Ka values are also same, that they should be equal in their acidic strength. That means they are equal in their acidic strength. So there is no comparison between them. But if at all you want to compare, blindly you want to compare between them, which is more acidic, then we know that basically from GOC concepts, GOC knowledge, that NO2 is a stronger withdrawing group than CN. So you can give that second compound is more acidic than first compound. Understand? And then coming to next example. In this case, SiH4 and CH4. Between SiH4 and CH4, silicon is a third period element, whereas carbon is a second period element. After release of their H plus ions, this forms SiH3 minus and this forms CH3 minus. So SiH3 minus is a more stable than CH3 minus because silicon is a bigger atom. Negative charge or accumulation of electron density on bigger atom can be better than accumulation of negative charge on smaller atom. Suppose this is silicon atom. So negative charge accumulation will be like this. Whereas on smaller atom, the same unit negative charge accumulation will be like this. So electron density thickness will be more in case of smaller atom, therefore stability will be lesser. So therefore, as the conjugate base of a silicon hydride is higher, its respective acid is more acidic. Got it? This is the comparison between aromatic carboxylic acids and some miscellaneous compounds also. Then going to acidic strength of phenols. In acidic strength of phenols, the generalization you see, phenol with electron withdrawing group is better than unsubstituted phenol than phenol with electron releasing group. This is a general information. Now, if you take if G is a negative mesomeric effect and negative inductive effect group, and another point you have to remember, in phenols, there is no ortho effect. No ortho effect in phenols. Only in carboxylic acids, benzene carboxylic acids, ortho effect is observed, but not in phenols. So, if the group is both negative mesomeric effect and negative inductive effect group like this, then one second. Then first example, NO2 group I have taken here. So NO2 being at ortho position, meta position, para position and unsubstituted benzoic acid. Having electron withdrawing group is better than not having electron withdrawing group. Therefore, first, second and third are better than fourth compound. So fourth compound is least in acidic strength. We came to know this point. And then between first, second and third. In first compound, very interesting point, there will be hydrogen bonding between OH hydrogen and NO2 oxygen. Therefore, release of this H plus ion will become slower. Release of this H plus ion will become slower. This will decrease the acidic strength. This will decrease the acidic strength. Maybe it is a negative mesomeric effect group and negative inductive effect group, but along with that intramolecular hydrogen bonding is there, which will decrease the acidic strength here. Okay, and coming to NO2 at meta position, only negative inductive effect is there here. And NO2 at para position, negative mesomeric effect and also negative inductive effect are there. Therefore, as there is a negative mesomeric effect here and negative inductive effect, and there is no intramolecular hydrogen bonding decreasing the acidic strength here, so para isomer will become more acidic than ortho isomer. Therefore, 3 better than 1 better than 2 better than 4. Then second example, only negative inductive effect groups are there. Even in carboxylic acids also I have given this example, in which if only negative inductive effect groups are present, it simply depends upon the distance. Depends upon the distance. Having electron withdrawing group is better, therefore fourth is the least, and then having electron withdrawing group nearest is best. So 1 greater than, 2 greater than, 3 greater than 4. Then coming to negative inductive effect better than, higher than positive mesomeric effect. If two opposite nature electronic effects are there, stronger one, according to the stronger one itself, you have to decide the overall acidic character. So negative inductive effect has to decide it. So here also same example, as the distance increases, acidic strength decreases. Then coming to fourth example, in this positive mesomeric effect is greater than negative inductive effect. In this case, OCS3 will have positive mesomeric effect at ortho position and negative inductive effect. But the positive mesomeric effect is higher enough, therefore acidic strength will be lesser here. And coming to here, it is only negative inductive effect as it is at meta position. And here it is at a positive mesomeric effect, and negative inductive effect is there but negligible being at para position. And this is unsubstituted phenol. So having electron withdrawing group, this is a EWG nature. This is a ERG. This is also ERG. So having electron withdrawing nature is better than unsubstituted phenol than electron releasing groups. Therefore, second compound is more acidic than fourth compound, which is more acidic than. Between first and third, in first at least there is a negative inductive effect. Positive mesomeric effect in both of them is same. Positive mesomeric effect is the distance independent. So whether it is at ortho position or para position, positive extent of positive mesomeric effect is equal in both of them. So the difference is a negative inductive effect. So as negative inductive effect is there in the first compound, it will be better than third compound. Okay. Then going to fifth example, here NO2 very strong electron withdrawing group. Then CCl3 also strong negative inductive effect group. NO2 very strong EWG. CCl3 strong minus IE. Cl minus IE greater than plus Me. Hydrogen no electronic effect. Methyl hyperconjugation plus hyperconjugation and positive inductive effect. And OCH3 positive mesomeric effect greater than negative inductive effect. And negative inductive effect almost negligible here, being because it is at para position. Now EWG, 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 ERG, ERG. and this is neither EWG nor ERG. Therefore, it is at the middle. So first three compounds are better than fourth compound than fifth and sixth compounds. So between first three compounds, we know 1 greater than, 2 greater than, 3, then fourth compound. Then between fifth and sixth, fifth is better than sixth. Then the same groups being at a meta position, minus IE, minus IE, minus IE, plus IE, minus IE. So minus IE group is better than plus IE group, and having hydrogen is better than plus IE. Therefore, fifth compound, that is this one, will come to least, and second least will be fourth compound. So strongest will be 1, then 2, then 3, then sixth, then fourth, then fifth. This is the order. Then coming to seventh example. In this one, this NO2 has negative mesomeric effect, and in this case this NO2 do not have negative mesomeric effect because of SIR effect. I already explained this one. Therefore, having a negative mesomeric effect is better. Then coming to eighth example, phenol, alcohol and no acidic hydrogen. No acidic hydrogen means least acidic compound, and between phenol and alcohol, phenol is more acidic than alcohol. In the introduction part itself, I have told this one. So this is the order. Then 3 NO2 groups are present in this example. First molecule 3 NO2 groups, second molecule also 3 NO2 groups, third molecule also has a 3 NO2 groups. So between number of NO2 groups there is no difference. But here the 3 NO2 groups are at suitable positions that they can show their negative mesomeric effect. All of them will exhibit their negative mesomeric effect. Whereas here, this will show negative mesomeric effect, this will show negative inductive effect, this cannot show negative mesomeric effect. Understood the point? Negative mesomeric effect, no. And here negative inductive effect, negative inductive effect, negative mesomeric effect strongly objected. Here at least to some extent maybe negative mesomeric effect can be there, because only one ortho substituent is there. Therefore, the rotation of this NO2 group out of the benzene plane may not be perfectly perpendicular, but here it will be exactly perpendicular, because from both the sides the NO2 groups are present, which will move this NO2 group perfectly perpendicular to the benzene plane. Okay, na? Therefore, first compound is more acidic than second compound than third compound. I think you have understood this point. Very easy. Negative mesomeric effect, and negative mesomeric effect. 3 negative mesomeric effect groups are there here. And here 1 negative mesomeric effect group and remaining 2 negative inductive effect group. And here all 3 are negative inductive effect groups only. All 3 are negative inductive effect groups only. Understood? Then coming to 10th example, this type of example I told you in the miscellaneous examples also. If after the release of H plus ion, sulfur will get the negative charge, and here oxygen will get the negative charge. Negative charge on bigger atom is more favorable than on smaller atom. Therefore, as the stability of conjugate base of benzene thiol is higher, benzene thiol itself is more acidic. And then coming to NH3 plus and NH3 plus with fluorine. As the fluorine is a positive mesomeric effect, NH3 plus without fluorine is better. Negative inductive effect is negligible, being at a para position, but positive mesomeric effect is stronger because it is a distance independent. Na? Therefore, not having halogen is better here. Not having fluorine is better here. So this is one of the exceptional point. You have to remember this one. And then coming to some fact based concepts. If a compound has two acidic groups, the stronger acidic group will release the H plus ion first. You see the example, COOH and OH groups are there. COOH is more acidic group, therefore this will release the H plus ion with the one equivalent of NaOH given. So this will form the salt. And if any more NaOH is provided, then only the second acidic group will react. If this is not provided, then OH will be present as it is only in the final product. Okay. Then if two acids are present in a mixture, two separate compounds, the stronger acid will release the H plus ion and weaker acid will accept that H plus ion. That is, the weaker acid will behave as a base in presence of stronger acid. Like a amphoteric behavior, like weaker acid will have the amphoteric behavior, like in presence of stronger acid, it will behave as a weaker acid. This is the example which comes in nitration of benzene. Sulfuric acid is a stronger acid than nitric acid, therefore nitric acid in presence of more stronger acid than itself, that is sulfuric acid, it will act as a base and will accept the H plus ion from here. So you see here, nitric acid has accepted the H plus ion and formed this species. And the third point, if a stronger acid and a conjugate base of weaker acid, the conjugate base of weaker acid is a strong base. Conjugate base of weaker acid strong base, na? So there will be ultimately reaction between strong acid and strong base, and neutralization reaction will happen. That is a proton transfer will happen here. See the example, benzoic acid and conjugate base of phenol is given. Phenol is weaker acid than benzoic acid. So phenol's respective conjugate base, that is a phenoxide ion, is a stronger base that it will readily accept the H plus ion. Therefore, neutralization reaction will happen and forms the product like this. So there is a proton transfer from a stronger acid onto the conjugate base of weaker acid. If we take the reverse, this is a phenol and this is a conjugate base of benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is a stronger acid than phenol. Therefore, benzoate is a weaker base. If benzoate is a weaker base, then it cannot take the H plus ion from weaker acid. So, therefore, no reaction. Therefore, a stronger acid will replace, very, very important point this one, a stronger acid will replace a weaker acid from the salt, whereas a weaker acid cannot replace stronger acid from the salt. Weaker acid released goes out in the form of a precipitate or gas or liquid. So based on that, I have given some examples here, whether the reaction is feasible or not, and if feasible, write the product. In this NaCl salt, the acid and base are NaOH and HCl. And HCl is a weaker acid than H2SO4. Therefore, the strong acid H2SO4 will go and throw out the weaker acid HCl and will form its own salt. Sulfuric acid will replace HCl and will form its own salt with NaOH. That is sodium sulfate. And HCl, a weak acid, goes out, and here it is in the form of gas. And coming to here, you see, from the salt, very simple point, from the salt you have to recognize what are the acid and base it is made of. It is made of acid and base NaOH and H2SO4. And if we compare between H2SO4 and H2SO4 and HCl, we know H2SO4 is a stronger acid than HCl. Therefore, as this is a stronger acid and this is a weaker acid cannot replace stronger acid from the salt. Therefore, reaction is not feasible here. And coming to the next example also, in the similar way, this is the sodium acetate, is a salt of NaOH and acetic acid. And if we compare acetic acid with methane sulfonic acid, methane sulfonic acid is more acidic than acetic acid. So this is a weaker acid and this is a stronger acid. So stronger acid can go and replace weaker acid from the salt. Therefore, reaction is feasible here and the products formed will be salt of methane, sulfonic acid and NaOH will be formed. That is CH3, SO3, Na plus CH3, COOH. Weak acid came out from the salt. Then third one, similarly here also, this is a salt of NaOH and acetic acid. And it is in comparison with the phenol. Between acetic acid and phenol, who is more acidic? Tell me. Acetic acid is only more acidic than phenol because acetic acid conjugate base will form two equivalent resonance structures. In part 1 itself I have explained you. Therefore, as this is a stronger acid and this is a weaker acid, so a weak acid cannot replace strong acid from the salt. A weak acid cannot replace strong acid from the salt. Therefore, reaction is not feasible here. And coming to here, reaction is between acetic acid and sodium formate. Sodium formate is from formic acid and sodium hydroxide. Between acetic acid and formic acid, which is more acidic? Tell me anyone. Between acetic acid and formic acid, which is more acidic? Formic acid itself is more acidic. In the part 1, I have gave you this order. Yes or no? So as formic acid is more acidic than acetic acid, weak acid cannot replace a strong acid from the salt. Therefore, here also reaction is not feasible. So very simple concept it is, but we should know the background concepts. Concepts are very much important in solving the questions of JEE and NEET. So concept is that first you identify what are the acid and base from which this salt is formed, and then this acid of the salt compare with the acid you have added from external. Whichever is stronger, its respective salt should be present in the product side. If already stronger acid salt is given, then there will be no reaction. Or if a weaker acid salt is given, then stronger acid salt will be formed. Got it? So these all about acidic strength. Hope you have understood the concept. If any point you have not understood, you can mention in the comment section. I will try to explain it more. Okay, thank you.